I heard the reaction, and then I was like, I'm capitalizing on this. I'm gonna keep throwing that right. So I threw that right, and I think the third or fourth right that I threw on her, I saw her going down, and the way she was going down, I was like, it's done. Like, I know she's not gonna get up. Like, I've never knocked someone out so clean, which is so sad. I'm sorry. I'm like praising my knockouts.
Hey, once again, welcome to Sun City SITREP. This is your host, David, and today we have Stephanie Han, the new champion. So welcome, Stephanie. We really, truly appreciate you having you here. Please talk to us. How do you feel?
Well, thank you again. I love your podcast. I love your show. So thank you for having me. You're the first people I'm speaking to about my fight.
Oh, wow.
Post-fight.
Exclusive.
So, yes,
so there we go.
You guys get all the details, especially how I feel. But I'm so excited. I'm kind of living in a moment where it's still, it really happened. Kind of surreal, you know? It really happened. I could say now I'm a world champion.
Glory to God. Honestly,
Yes.
Look, one of the things that before we start, I kind of wanted to go in there and I wanted to show everybody, for those that were not able to go out there and see the fight live, I want to go in there and kind of show, you know, exactly what went in there. So if you guys could kind of go in there and join us and taking a look at this amazingness.
Gosh,
I'm telling you, I was there.
it's such a good angle.
That was so loud, though. I mean, that right hand of yours was so loud. Well, look at this. What was going through your mind?
Sorry, a lot of things. I'm still reliving that moment. Gosh, that moment no one could take away from me. My
Amen.
coach told me, he's like, you know, no one could ever take away that moment from you. You could say that you're a world champion. I'm like, that is true.
Amen.
During the round, when I heard the 10-second warning, you know, they give you 10 seconds
Yes.
before the round is over. I saw that she was open with her left side. I saw that she was open every time she threw that jab. And I've been practicing my right over and over again. I've been drilling that right hand so many times, and it was just a natural reaction. I threw that right, and I knew I caught her. I saw that I stunned her.
In the whole stadium.
I know. I felt I heard the reaction, and then I was like, I'm capitalizing on this. I'm gonna keep throwing that right. So I threw that right, and I think the third or fourth right that I threw on her, I saw her going down, and the way she was going down, I was like, it's done. Like, I know she's not gonna get up. Like, I've never knocked someone out so clean, which is so sad. I'm sorry. I'm like praising my knockout, but I know that she was injured too.
Right.
But she was going down so nicely. I'm like, it's done. And then in the moment, I was like, if you saw me jumping up for joy, that was true emotion, true happiness. Because again, I've been sacrificing so much for this fight, so much these past couple of years. And it was because I wanted to become world champion. And I was like, finally, I'm a world champion. I'm a world champion. So that feeling was just crazy, unforgettable.
Honestly, that is amazing. Just as somebody was in the audience, the whole place just blew up.
I know, it exploded. It was exciting.
So now let's kind of go in there and let's kind of talk about it. So So now you're the champion. What was the first thing that you kind of went and did right after that? I mean, you know, like, can you give us, the rest of the audience a glimpse of?
So like right after my fight, I was taking 1 million pictures. I was in the ring and I was taking 1 million pictures. And obviously that's something that is normal. Okay. And I guess it made it even more special because now El Paso has another world champion. And then as soon as I got off the ring, I was bombarded with people saying, hey, can I take a photo? Can I take a photo? So I was taking photos, I think, for like an hour.
No way.
I think I was taking photos for like an hour. And then finally I was able to talk to the news there. And then I was able to see my family and I gave my belt to my dad.
Oh, that is so cool.
I gave my belt to my dad. My dad was so happy, extremely happy. And it was just crazy. All my family, I talked to my dad. I talked to my sister, my brothers. They were all extremely happy. They were, my success is their success, and they were just living the moment too. So it was a beautiful thing, beautiful moment.
I know, because your family has truly gone in there, and you guys, like I said, it's amazing what you guys have done. As the audience has seen in the previous how you discussed that. So that is amazing. So you went in there, you're basically an entire hour taking pictures. So now I imagine you go back into your actual, backstage, you're inside. So you guys are sharing this. So then what happened? What happened next?
We went to go eat at El Cometa. That's what we went to do.
So
we
you
need
went
food.
up.
We need food.
You need food.
So it was nice because my family was there, my team was there. So my coach, both my coaches, Louie and Joe, my cut man was there, and then my husband's family was there. So it was nice. And then I get there, so I get to see all my family, my team there, and then I saw my recruits there as well. It wasn't planned, but the recruits at the academy, the El Paso Police Department Academy, they were eating together. They showed up as a group and they supported my fight. And then they were all there. I took pictures with them, so it was just so nice. It was nice. I was meant to go there and see my family and see the recruits that were there as well.
Wow,
it was beautiful.
So then let me ask you, what did you get to eat?
I ate flautas and I had papas al pastor. Am I saying
Oh,
it
there
right?
you go. Yeah, you're saying it perfect. Yeah.
With 2 Cokes.
Really?
2 Cokes, yes.
I bet you it was delicious.
It was delicious.
So now let me kind of ask you, about your husband and your kids, of course, because we know that you're such, the nucleus of the family is so important for you. What was their reaction?
My husband, before the fight, he actually saw me and he was like, I'm nervous. I'm like, honey, you're not supposed to be nervous, okay? You're not the one fighting. I'm fighting. I think he's like, but it was the pressure. It was the pressure. Like this fight meant so much because it was win or lose. It's a world title fight. So you got to win,
And the culmination, people have to understand on what you went through. So wow.
He was nervous. He came backstage. I'm like, honey, you're not supposed to be here. Like, you're supposed to be out there. So he came to find me and he was telling me, I'm like, honey, I don't have time for emotions, but I love you. Thank you. Go be with our son, please. And then my son too, he was extremely happy. When I walked out, we had to wait before we actually went into the ring, and I saw my son. I gave him a hug, and he just wanted to stay with me. And I'm like, Johan, this time you cannot stay with me, okay? But he's just happy. He took some selfies with me, my baby.
Wow.
He took some pictures with me. So it was nice. It was nice that I got to see my husband and my son because I kissed them both before I went into the ring.
That is such a blessing. One of the things is that your entrance was so cool. Can you kind of talk about that? Who set that up? How did that go? Because it was really, really nice.
Yes, so I had a drum line.
Exactly.
It was very exciting. So my husband is a teacher at Young Women's Academy, and it's an all-female school. So they have an amazing drum line. So my husband asked the drum line, he's like, hey, do you guys want to support and perform at my wife's fight? And they said yes, and they showed up and they performed, and I got so many compliments because of the drum line. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited that they hyped the crowd. I'm so excited that they were there.
Yeah, no, I still remember just listening to that. Everything went crazy. Let me ask you, your husband was the one that set this up.
Yes.
So then, and can you say the name again of the actual school, please?
So it's Young Women's Academy.
Young Women's Academy.
YWA.
YWA.
Yes,
so
and EPISD. So I think
okay.
there's 2 in El Paso, but this is El Paso Independent School District.
Wow, and honestly, that was just such an amazing. So let's kind of go in there, and I kind of want to jump into now. So what happens next? I mean, can you talk to us about like how has your life been since then? And what does the future hold?
So I don't think I slept for 2 days after the fight. I was just filled with adrenaline, and it's crazy. It's a good kind of like busy and excitement, of not sleeping. But now it's come back to reality. I'm like, okay, now I'm a world champion. I already told everyone that was there at the Coliseum what my next plans are. My next plan is to become the undisputed world champion.
Yes.
So
Talk to us about that.
Right now I'm the WBA World Champion. So I want to go for all the belts. So there's 4 major belts. There's the WBC, the IBF, and the WBO. So to become undisputed, you have to have all 4 belts, and that is my goal.
Okay.
That is my goal. There's 4 champions. So I hold the WBA. Beatriz Ferreira, she's Olympian. She's from Brazil. She has IBF. Caroline Dubois, she has the WBC. She's also an Olympian. And then Terry Harper, she's like a 3-time, 4-time world champion in multi-divisions.
Wow.
So they're all good, and I'm excited because I know I'm capable and I know I'm ready.
Exactly.
And I'm ready to go for those belts. But before I could go for those belts, I know I have to make a title defense.
Okay.
And then once I make a title defense, then I could go after all those belts.
So that is amazing. Now let me ask you, do we kind of have a timeline on the next potential, you know?
I know it's going to be before July. So
Okay.
I think July 10th, I think they're promoting that. So sometime in between then, now and July. But it doesn't matter. I'm just excited. If I'm able to fight again in El Paso, that's beautiful because I know I have El Paso support. It means so much.
Yes.
It means so much that El Paso and Las Cruces, they came out to support me and to support all the fighters. It was such a great show. It's such a great show.
It was.
And I know people were entertained. I know people will come back. So I hope that professional boxing continues to grow in El Paso.
Yes, that is honestly, I'm going to tell you, I had such a blast. It was well organized. Everything was, it was done very well. And your all's performance, specifically, even the fights that were before you, and with the culmination of your win, it was just amazing.
I know everyone had a great time. They kept complimenting how great the show was.
It really was.
So if you guys didn't show up this time, you guys missed out, but it's okay.
Exactly.
There's going to be future shows, so please come out and support.
So now let me go ahead and ask you, so now that you're going and now that you're, basically, this has culminated, can you talk to us a little bit about, some of the things that have transpired because of this, can you talk in regards to that?
I know that people have reached out to me. They want me to do be a speaker. So I'm going to be a speaker at an international law enforcement event next week.
That's huge.
No, it is great. And I've seen the females, and I love female empowerment, that are going to be speaking. You have like the CEO from El Paso Electric.
Wow, that is so
You have
cool.
a chief police in Waco, Texas.
Wow.
So just amazing leadership. So I'm glad to be part of that. I'm glad I'm like, wow, they're noticing me and they want me to be part of this event. So it's a beautiful thing. I've also been asked to do Miss Sun City. It's a beauty pageant.
That is cool.
So I'm excited. I said yes. I'm like, why not? Why not be an example to El Paso and hopefully make it to Miss Texas and see where it goes from there. But I feel like in my head, I don't think anything can be harder than stepping into a ring.
Exactly.
And I've grown so much because of boxing. In these past couple of years, I've grown in confidence. I used to be very insecure. So I've grown in confidence. And as a person, I feel like I would be a great representation. So I'm glad. I'm excited to see what happens. And I truly just want to have fun and enjoy the moment.
That's something very amazing. So now let me kind of go in there and ask you because, I think that is something so amazing that they're asking you because, El Paso does go in there and need individuals that are able to go in there and show that great influence as you. And I agree with you in regards to like female success. I think that is something that is very amazing because later on, I do want to kind of go in there and touch on how businesses are able to go in there or even individuals. How can we go in there and how can we, as a community, back individuals like yourself? Because you guys truly go in there and there's so many kids out there that want to do things. So what would you tell those individuals, now that you're here, what should they focus on? What should they, kind of do? What type of, how could I best say it? What would you like to share with them in saying, hey, you know what, hard work truly does pay, what would you like to say to them? Because I think that would be amazing.
No. Hard work does pay off. That is like the true definition of my journey here, especially in boxing. And it truly means a lot when people are asking me, hey, can you be the principal for the day at this middle school? Or can you come and give a speech to these kids at the high school? It really does mean a lot because they're seeing me as an example. As a boxer, I am a world champion, but I still have a long way to go, especially financially, because we struggle. As boxers, everything comes out of our pocket. The gas, the trainings, the equipment. So if you're able to, and I know I'm speaking for many boxers, especially here in El Paso, sponsorships, they really do help. And they go a long way with all of us. So if you guys are able to sponsor me as well as all the fighters here in El Paso, because I know we all need help, please do reach out to us. We would love the help. We would love the support.
You know what? And I think that's something very cool because it's a good partnership because this also gives exposure to businesses that are out there that have a love for the community. And what best way to go in there and actually spend it to actually, lift up individuals that could actually show a better way to our youth.
Yes.
So I think that that's something amazing. So if you're a company out there and you're seeing this and you feel like, hey, you know what? I would like to go out there and, I want to do a little bit of marketing. I want to do a little bit of, exposure for my company. What best way to actually go out there and sponsor somebody like Stephanie and, like you said, many other actual athletes. Let's kind of, I know that you've already hashed that out, but I kind of want to go in there and go a little bit into it again, because people need to understand. I mean, you still have to sell tickets.
Yes.
You know, you still have to have a full-time job, you know, so let's kind of go out there. Do you mind if we kind of talk about that a little bit?
I would love to be signed with someone really big where they give bonuses and monthly allowances, but that is not my case. I am a police officer, and that is my number one job. I need a full-time stable job, and that's why I'm with the police department. So like me, as well as all the other fighters, we hustle, we work hard, we grind, we finish our jobs. A lot of us do have daytime jobs, and then we go train. That's what we do. But for me, example, I train in Las Cruces. So just to drive alone, back and forth, and then I go train, and then I go drive from Las Cruces to the Northeast El Paso, back to my house on the west side, and that's daily. So like fight week, for example, I'm filling up four times a week, maybe 5 times a week, just on gas alone.
And then that doesn't include wear and tear on your vehicle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I need oil changes like every 2 months.
Wow. Because of the mileage that you're putting in.
The mileage, everything. Food is important. I can't just eat normal food. I have to eat healthy food. And then on top of that, I have 2 kids. One of my kids is special needs. So that in itself, I pay for childcare. I pay for diapers because she's going to be in diapers for the rest of her life. I pay for special food. I pay for special shoes that she needs. So there's so many things that the expenses add up. So I'm literally grinding and hustling so I can make my life better and make my family's life better as well. Hopefully in the future I get to be financially independent. I'm not there. Hopefully one day I do get there, especially when I unify these belts. But that is my ultimate goal. So I don't have to worry about financial anything. You know what I mean? I just want to be financially free and really enjoy life. You know what I mean? I want to find peace and balance in life.
No, honestly, I think that is amazing. So for the audience out there, you know, just listening to this, and I think that as a community, we could all actually come and gather around and foster that actual, you know, togetherness to be able to go in there and actually, you know, assist. Because I mean, just listening to what you have to go in there and do, you know, to be able to compete in this stage, because, you know, and I think El Paso could really come in here and rally and lift you up, and I think that would be something super, super amazing.
No, and it is beautiful. I love to have the support. This past fight, I do have some sponsors, and they truly made the difference. When I got money, I'm like, yes, you know, I don't have to stress. You know, a lot of people, they have this image, oh, you're a world champion, oh, you're popular, you make a lot of money. You know, even coworkers, they think I make a lot of money. I'm like, no, not even, dude. I wish. The goal is to make a lot of money. They're like, oh, how much do you make in your fight? I'm like, 1, that's not your business. And 2, it's not what you think, okay?
Yeah, no,
so when I get those sponsorships, it truly, truly means so much. And I know that fighters too, we rely on sponsorships. Like the other fighters, especially on this card that you saw, they rely on sponsorships because it's hard work. You know what I mean?
Many
it is
of them
hard work, and we need to live and we need to survive. We need to eat.
Exactly, and many of them had to go in there. They were selling actual seeds. They were actually going in there and attempting to gather that money to be able to make this happen.
Yes.
And I think it's important, and this is why I kind of wanted to highlight, so that people in El Paso get an inside glimpse on saying, hey, you know what, guys, you know, because maybe they see you on social media, and, you know, which I kind of want to talk about that, you know, because I've seen you that it's really gone in there and it's blown up. But I think it's important for people to understand that, you know, all of this comes through a lot of hard work, and this is why, once again, I call, you know, to companies or individuals out there that just, you know, put it in their heart to say, hey, if you truly want to go out there and help out and be part of the journey, because I believe it's amazing. I really, really, really do. I do want to go in there and kind of touch upon your son, because as we were talking a little bit backstage, you were, you know, how does he see you?
My son, I know that he's never going to love. Well, maybe down the line. But as of this moment, my 10-year-old boy loves me more than anything.
Yes.
I am his role model. I'm his best friend. And he truly loves me with all his heart. And I absolutely love that. That is like irreplaceable.
Amen.
He is my buddy. We're besties. He's my bestie. He truly is my bestie. But yeah, he was at the fights. He's excited. And in his eyes, I am Wonder Woman.
Exactly.
I am invincible. I am unstoppable. I am the strongest woman in the world. I'm the most beautiful woman in the world. And he looks up to me and he loves me tremendously, 100%. And I'm so glad to have my baby. I'm so glad that he's there watching me and supporting me. And he's so proud. After my fight, I don't know if you saw him go inside the ring.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
well, how did you get up?
I'm like, where'd you come from? And he loves the attention. He loves the attention.
What was his reaction when you really got to sit down with him? What was
Again, to him, it's normal. You know what I mean?
Really?
For me to win, it's normal. So he thinks that it's just a normal thing. He's like, good job, mama. But now it's like the crowds are getting bigger. So for him, it's like, yes, you know? I was not like my son when I was 10 years old.
No, were you a lot more introvert?
Yes,
yes.
My personality, very reserved.
Okay.
Big time introvert. I didn't like attention. I hate attention. Growing up, I hated attention. So my son, he already loves it. He's like, oh yeah, cool. That's my mom. He wears my shirts to school.
Really? That's so cool.
He wore my shirts to school. I'm like, Johan, you don't have to wear my shirt. He's like, yes, mama. And today, the cool kids, he called them cool kids.
Oh, Lord.
They asked me if you have merch.
Oh, Lord. How old is he again?
He's 10.
Oh,
I'm like, what is merch, bro? He's like,
oh, man, that is so
I'm like,
funny.
is it merchandise? He's like, yeah, mom, they want shirts. I'm like, okay, cool. Whatever, bro, got you.
That is so cool. I mean, I could only imagine that, just how everything has transpired. I think that is, honestly, that is so cool. Let me ask you another question. So, which was in regards to the attention. You're saying that all of because looking at your social media, we're seeing a lot of interactions, it's blowing up. How are you taking that?
I'm excited.
Yeah. How did El Paso and Las Cruces kind of, what was their support? How does it feel while you're walking in the streets? Because there's a lot of love for you out there.
There is, and I'm so glad. I am so glad. When I say I'm proud to be from El Paso and I'm proud to represent El Paso as a police officer and as a professional fighter and as a mom, I really take pride in that. And I'm so glad that they take notice and they appreciate me. I've gotten so many messages on social media and it truly means the world. It really does mean the world. And this past week, I've gone to the stores, I've gone to eat at local places, and they've all recognized me. I'm like, oh, this is so cute. So they want to take selfies, and I'm like, oh, it truly does mean a lot that they take notice of me and they're proud of what I'm doing, because it makes me proud that I'm like, yes, I'm doing this, and I'm so proud to be from El Paso, Texas.
Yes, and honestly, people from El Paso are very beautiful. So that love that they're showing you, so they just basically come up, hey, let me take a picture.
And obviously, I'm like, yes, take a picture. I'm very proud. And when you say El Paso, the people in El Paso are probably the nicest people ever. I've been to other places in the world, New York,
oh Lord,
Chicago.
they're so busy.
Oh no. I am so proud to be from El Paso, and the people I meet, when they say El Paso is a nice city, it is. The people from El Paso are the best.
Now, let me go ahead and let me ask you this question. So, regarding within your social media, where can people follow you? Where can people actually go in there? Can you once again give your handle on where they could follow you in your social medias?
Yes, so I have Facebook and I have Instagram.
Okay.
So Facebook, look me up, Stephanie Hahn. And then Instagram, my Instagram name is StephHahn09. That's the year I graduated. So please give me a like and give me a follow. I do want to make it big. And obviously you have to be cool, right? With people around the world, and how do they follow you, or how do they take notice of you, is via social media. So if you guys could please support me and follow me, it would truly mean a lot.
Like, share, and follow. So you guys could have, you mind repeating that once again? That would just individuals kind of.
So look me up on social media, Facebook, Stephanie Hahn, Instagram, Stephanie Hahn, but my username is StephHahn09.
Okay, so now another thing that I kind of wanted to go in there and go over was, so we know that the potentiality of a fight is going to come in June, July, you said, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so can you kind of, walk me through the journey? Like, once again, are you going to go back into the, like I like to say this, you're going to go back into the laboratory, go back into the actual, so how are you going to prepare yourself, mentally? What is kind of your game plan on that?
So every fight, I think I told you this last time, I get better.
Yes.
I get better. I learn something new. I get better in my boxing craft. So I feel like my next fight, I'm just going to continue getting better. Especially, I know that the other world champions, they underestimate me, which I'm glad. You know what I mean? I'd rather be the underdog, because I know that they all want to fight me, because they probably think I'm not worthy enough to be in their league. But I am.
Exactly.
I am, and I'm so excited to fight them and to show them and to shock them.
Exactly.
I am so excited. Mentally, it's already there. I already know what I got to do to be in the best physical shape. I've been there, I've done it, and I'm capable. So I'm glad. But I feel like for me, it's just growing in skills. And each fight, I continue to reach another level. So I'm excited. You haven't seen the best Stephanie Han.
There we go. There you go. I like
and
that.
I'm excited to continue fighting and to excite the crowds, and for El Paso to keep coming out and showing their support, and to be the future undisputed champion.
Now, let me ask you something, and I guess this is so for you as an individual, you know, because you're look, you have amazing potential. You know, you're a world-class athlete. You know, let me ask you this: so as the community begins to go in there and, you know, bring you in this regard, as individuals are actually, you know, if they want to reach out to you, do they have that potential? Do you see what, I guess, let me kind of clarify what I'm asking. So if, let's say, anybody on the outside would want to go in there and kind of have you speak to their team about, you know, hard work and discipline and things like that, are you open to things as such?
100%. I would love to talk to the youth, because I feel like having a good example, a good role model, and someone to look up to, it's great. And it's all about the kids. I have 2 kids, so I understand. I would love to, I'm glad that I'm my son's role model, but if someone needs a positive example, I want to be that person.
Let's kind of stay in there, because, you know, as we were talking before, and I kind of want to just highlight so that people get, because, you know, it's very hard for everybody to actually kind of just sit down and get to talk to you. This is why I'm very blessed to have you here, and I want to thank you. Can we talk about those passions that you have in regards to the community? Because that's what I want to highlight for the community, for past ones. You know, people need to understand that, you know, this is just not for, you know, fame and money. Like, the true Stephanie, you know, who that I've met, is you have a big heart for that, you know, and it stems from, number one, from your family, and of course from your, you know, your husband and your kids. But what is the one thing that, you know, really touches your heart? And of course, you're saying you know, your youth. Can you expand on that?
I truly love kids. I think my weakness in life is kids, and I think kids are the most beautiful things, because they're so innocent and they could be molded. They could be anything they want. But I know kids come from different backgrounds. You know, some people have it easy, some people have it difficult. Mm-hmm. But for them to realize that anything is possible, as long as you put in the work and there's hope in any situation, I would love to share my story and to be there for them. If you guys want me to go and speak to your school, please message me. Message me on social media. I would love to go to your school. I would love to talk to the youth. For anyone that has a special needs child, they truly have my heart. Every person does. Again, they hold a special place in my heart. I gave a speech, I want to say last year sometime, and one of the classes was CRC, which is a special needs class.
Okay.
And it was the most beautiful thing. I loved all of them like I loved my daughter.
Exactly.
But for sure, 100%, I would do anything for kids, because I think kids are absolutely beautiful and they deserve every opportunity.
Exactly. So now, I know that kind of our time is kind of running a little bit short here, but what other projects would you like to go in there and also realize? You know, you know, is there any other stuff that you would want to go in there and kind of, you know, realize, whether it be personal or professional? Because I think one of the very cool things is that, you know, you're highlighting, you know, the El Paso police in a very good light, and I'm a total supporter of that. But is there any other, you know, things that you would want to go in there and kind of share with the community, of things that you have also passion for? I'm
a police officer. I would love to represent the uniform in any sense, in any way. I'm a professional fighter. I've been to so many gyms, and if I'm able to go do a demonstration or go talk to the youth, especially schools, I'm so open to it. And for me as a person, I just want to be all that I can be. I want to be all that I can be. I want to represent myself. I want to represent my community. I want to be an example. That's why I want to take this opportunity with beauty pageants. Why not? You know, why not be an example? Why not show what my story is? And again, I want to be as successful as I possibly can, because if I'm successful, my family's going to be successful, and I want to bless my family the best way that I possibly can.
I think that's amazing. So let's mention a little bit about that beauty pageant. So what's going to kind of happen there? So, you know,
it's something new. So I've never done this. It's like totally something out of my expertise. But I know that Miss Sun City is March 15th. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going there with an open mind, and I would not have been able to do a beauty pageant in my teens or even in my 20s, because again, I've grown as a person. My confidence was not there. My self-esteem was not there. So I'm glad that they've how do you say, they've the requirements for beauty pageants now, you could be married, you could have kids and still represent. So I'm glad that is
that's super exciting.
That is part of the pageant world. I'm like, why not?
And it's March. It's March
15th.
And this is going to be local. Do you know where this could potentially go under be held, or we don't have those details?
I heard that it's going to be at Paseo del Norte Hotel.
Okay.
So where I had the weigh-ins.
Okay.
But I'm just excited. I just want to be there and do all that I can. Why not? Why not have fun in life? You know, I've worked so hard, and why not try different things?
Now, one of the things that we were also talking backstage that I just kind of want you to mention, which of course, after you finish eating, you've been so disciplined. You ate, of course, in El Cometa. But you also mentioned that you love a particular type of food that you were like, now I'm going to go in there and eat.
Korean food is my ultimate favorite food ever. So Korean food is very spicy and very salty. So I cannot have it before my fight because I get really bad heartburn. And water retention for fighters is not good, especially when you have to make weight.
It's just salty, correct? There's a lot of sodium, yeah.
A lot of seasoning. It's great. It's the best thing ever. So I had that on Sunday. So the day after my fight, it was amazing.
Any particular place that you like to go in there and eat? Just kind of highlight a local?
No, I don't discriminate against any Korean food, any Korean restaurants here in El Paso. I know a lot of the restaurants are in the Northeast, and I'm from the Northeast. You have Korea House, you have Cafe Korea, you have Kalbi House. They're all amazing.
They're all amazing. Well, yes. You guys had heard it there. If you guys want good Korean food, you know where to go in the Northeast. No, honestly, Stephanie, I truly want to appreciate you. I think that we want to release this. We want to let individuals know on how great of a person you are, truly deep inside. You know, we want to thank your entire family, your sister and your brothers, your father, you know, which you did give you did tell us that you gave him the belt as soon as you went in there.
He has custody of my belt. So when I want to use it, I have to ask permission to take my belt.
That is so cool. You know, which is Master Han, which is amazing thing. And your whole family has done so much for the community. So no, honestly, I truly want to appreciate you. But before we actually go in and close out, I just kind of want to go ahead and let individuals know, if you're an individual or here locally in El Paso, or even if you're abroad and you get a glimpse of this, or a business, and you want to go out there and you want to help, or you want to collaborate with Stephanie, I think that this would be an amazing thing to do. Number one, I know that your company is going to benefit, and at the same time, you're going in there and you're pushing somebody who's being, you know, a true role model within the community. So by all means, now, where can they actually go in there and kind of, you know, truly reach you at? So of course, can you once again say your handles, or is there any other place where people could handle you, email you? I just got an email. So Stephanie@freshonmonday.com. But I want to verify that. But if you look at my social medias, it's listed on my bio. Okay, sweet. And can you give us your handle once again?
Instagram, StephHan09, or Stephanie Han, if you look me up, and Facebook, Stephanie Han.
Well, I truly do appreciate you. Is there anything that you would like to go in there and actually say before we go? You know, the floor is yours.
No, it's I'm so happy to be a world champion. This whole journey leading up to this fight, it's crazy. Like, in a way, I know God has blessed my path.
Amen.
And in a way, I know that it was meant to be.
Amen.
You know, all the struggles that I've had throughout my life, you know, I pray to God, and I'm like, I've asked for healing, I've asked for strength. You know, sometimes God doesn't answer all your prayers, but
it's okay. But He's there.
He's there, and I feel like this was meant to be for me. This was meant to be my plan. All the struggling, everything that I've gone through, it was meant to be that way because of this moment. And I'm so glad that He works in mysterious ways, and I'm so glad it happened, because at this moment I'm so extremely happy. I'm so extremely proud. And I truly give thanks to Him, because nothing without Him, nothing would be possible.
Amen. Glory goes to Him and Him alone. So honestly, Stephanie, I just truly want to thank you. I want to thank you for being a role model. I want to thank you for being a role model in so many different avenues, specifically, you know, in the police academy, in your professional life, as a mom, you know, everything. We just truly want to thank you, and, you know, I appreciate you.
Thank you, David. Thank you. I appreciate you, David. Thank you.
Truly do appreciate you. Well, guys, this is your host here at Sun City SITREP. We really want to thank you for everything. Please like, follow, and share. And remember, as a community, we could do so much to truly go out there and support our role models that are pushing the community into a positive light. So truly thank you. Please follow, like, and share. And God bless. Until next time.
A minute away from the Coliseum, we get into a car accident.
Get out of here.